Welcome to the 2023 All-Star selection here on The Recap. This video will highlight the All-Stars from the 2023 season. There were over 60 players in the BBWL this season, and these following All-Stars were the ones that stood out on the top. Following the recap selection, Ethan Samar, 2021 Player of the Year, will coach one team, while 2022 Player of the Year, George Brooks, will coach the other. The two will take part in a little schoolyard pickup to find out who is on each team. These are in no particular order, but first up, Austin Morris. 26 home runs, 61 RBIs, and a .574 batting average, no doubt, on All-Star. Next up, from the West Sand Lake Bandits, George Brooks. 29 home runs, 64 RBIs, and a .551 batting average. He was also effective on the mound. This will be his third All-Star appearance. Next up, also from the Wine and Skill Vipers, Jared Lee. Some nasty stuff. 6-1 on the mound, 18 innings, 41 strikeouts. Guy also hit 20 bombs and had 42 RBIs. Next up, from the Brunswick Bald Eagles, one of the most dangerous hitters in the league, Jacob Coonan. 17 home runs, 44 RBIs, and a .574 batting average. No doubt, one of the most feared hitters in the BBWL. Next up, also from the West Sand Lake Bandits, Stephen Koval. 28 home runs, second in the league, 63 RBIs, and a .623 batting average. Oh, and by the way, he's 8-0 on the mound this year. From the Post and Kill River Monsters, Joe Milanese. Joe, a .652 hitter, gonna lead the league in average and take home the batting title this year. Oh, and by the way, 13 homers to go along with 36 RBIs. From the Green Island Grizzlies, .569 hitter, 12 home runs, 27 RBIs, and he was their dude on the mound, Ben Ferlito, headed to the All-Stars. Another three-time All-Star, Ethan Samard, a .537 hitter, 12 home runs, 31 RBIs, and one of the most dominant forces on the mound. Next up, for the Taborton Mountain Bulls, Greg Hotailing. 17 home runs this season to go with 32 RBIs and a .518 batting average. And he's one of the most dominant pitchers in the BBWL. Next up, from the Nassau Knights, rookie Jake Keller put together one of the best rookie seasons to date. 14 homers, 31 RBIs, and a .500 batting average. And oh, by the way, he's not afraid to run through the wall for his team. He's an All-Star this year. Next up, from the West Sand Lake Bandits, arguably the Rookie of the Year frontrunner, 10 home runs, 35 RBIs, .558 batting average. That's Joey Parentino, Joey Pasta. See ya! Next up, from the Post and Kill River Monsters, 15 home runs, 35 RBIs, a .481 batting average, and he was a force on the mound. That's Mason Brown, arguably one of the most complete players in the league when it comes to pitching, defense, and hitting. From the Troy Battlehawks, C.J. Bassett, .588 batting average, and helped lead the Troy Battlehawks to another great season. Had to be one of the toughest guys in the league. Took 2 back-to-back shots from a 90-mile-an-hour wiffle ball heater, and he was a force on the hill. Next up, from the North Greenbush Wolves, a .571 batting average, 11 home runs, 23 RBIs, one of the most dangerous hitters in the BBWL, Sean Graff. And oh, by the way, undefeated on the hill this year. Next up, another Wine and Skill Viper, Ben Romer. Took a run at the batting title, finished hitting .618, 10 homers, and 24 RBIs. Had some big-time shots late in the season for the Vipers. From the Brunswick Bald Eagles, Hunter Willett, a .468 batting average, 10 homers, 30 RBIs, and he had 4 wins on the hill for the Eagles. From the Wine and Skill Vipers, Colin Orescott, one of the most energetic players out there with a .519 average. He had 14 homers and 34 RBIs for the Vipers. And last but certainly not least, from the Nassau Knights, Nick Santiago, a .413 batting average, 16 homers, 38 RBIs, and Nick seemed to always be involved with a double play each and every year that he's played. And that concludes the 2023 All-Star Selection Recap. Stay tuned to find out who plays for Team Brooks and who plays for Team Samar. Thanks for joining us once again on The Recap.